What were you a professor of, I guess is the...
Politics and philosophy. The big problem with academics for me was that it wasn't active enough. It was too much head work and not enough hand and body work.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have liked to stay in academics if I could have had a half-time position. Been a half-time artist and half-time intellectual guy. So I put that proposal to my bosses at the university and they said, no, it's full-time or nothing. So I said, right, it's nothing then, goodbye. And I came out to British Columbia and bought a farm and started a family and started working toward a career in clay. The farm turned out to be not a very good farm, but a little bit of gardening and a few animals and so on. And yes, I was doing a little bit of clay work, but I didn't have my own studio set up, so I was working with a nearby friend who had a studio. And when I moved to Denman, and by then I had enough skill that I figured I could do it as a potter. So I didn't try at first to do sculpting. I just hung out my shingle as a guy that made functional dinnerware. And I got commissions to do dinner sets for people. So the first 2 or 3 years I did that and worked hard at my throwing skills and to be fast as well as good. Make things that people wanted to buy. So I worked so hard at that I started to get carpal tunnel in my wrists, and so I had to switch gears again and say, well, now what do? I can't keep throwing that many dinner plates. So I started sculpting, hand building, which is easier on the body in a whole bunch of ways. It's easier on the back and shoulders as well as the wrists. And the sculpting worked. I started doing masks and human figures, animal figures. People liked them. Buy them. So eventually I was able to make more money as a sculptor than a potter. So that suited me just fine.